Hey everybody, welcome to a quick look at Versus. This is a super fun game. And you're gonna love it. We're gonna show you how to set it up, how to play it, how to host it, and how to have a really good time. So before we get into it, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you, this is the game screen. So we got the game screen is gonna be up above. I'm gonna be on this webcam here talking you through it. And then over there on the right side of your screen, that's the control screen where we're gonna show you how to do everything. So this game is actually made up of 5 mini games. So you can play just one of these games, have like a little quick 5-minute game, or you can play all 5 together in like a massive competition and take like 30 or 40 minutes and make a big game show night out of the whole thing. So the way this game works is that you got 5 different modes here. So you got a logo loop and then the 5 different games down here. Then up at the top, you've got where you can type in the players. So the way we play it is we split the room in half. You got the left side versus the right side, or red versus blue. And then you'll get 5 people from each side. So you can do is like right up here, you can just start typing in people's names. And then as you're typing those in, you'll hit save. And I'm just gonna go ahead and type in Lola and Caden. These are my kids. And then we're gonna type in Brian's kids. He's got Max and Bo. And then we're just gonna hit save names. Now, once that's saved, now when I go into the logo loop, check this out. Fun music plays, and then those names are actually down the left and right side. We have a volume slider as well, so I'm gonna bring the volume down just a little bit. So what we've got across the bottom, so I'll run through the whole UI real quick. So you'll see over there, this is across the bottom is a music slider. So they'll bring down just this music, this logo music. So it'll still have the sound effects will still be going. Up at the top left, we've got a place where you can edit questions. So all the questions for this game are already included. So everything you need is ready to go for all the different games. It's all included right here. Turn that off. And then like with all of our screens, on the top right is the game on off. So you can see that's just gonna turn off and show my desktop. You can see behind me, it goes away. All right, so now we're ready to play. Let me turn this music down a little bit more because I don't know if you can hear it, but it's kind of distracting me a little bit. So we're in the logo loop. We got this going. Hey everybody, welcome to play. Welcome to Versus tonight. We're really glad you're gonna play. So it looks like on the left side, or on the red side, we've got Brad, Jen, Lola, Bailey, and Caden. Come on down. You guys are gonna be on our red team. And blue team, it looks like it's gonna be Brian, Paige, Will, Max, and Bo. Come on down and let's play Versus. And then once everyone's up on stage, they'll be split on the left and the right. Now, we're gonna play them in 5 different games. And so the games all play a little bit different. And then if you're not sure what to do, right here along this, if you look down this right side here, you can see the different names of the different screens. They have, each game has a little definition or a little explanation. So logo loop, spinning logo and players' names, just you kind of know what that is. The lineup, that's the first team to line up in order wins, and then we can keep on going down the road. So let's go ahead and look at the lineup and see what that looks like. So I click that button, sound effects. So now for this game, you're gonna need a little bit of prep work. This is the only one that needs a little bit extra. You're gonna have all 5 people come forward, and then you're gonna get you're gonna print off the numbers, or you could write down a piece of paper, but you're gonna give each of them one big piece of paper, and you're gonna have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're gonna give each person has one number. So if I was there in the middle, I'd be the number 3. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And on the other side, there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, this game is super funny to watch because it's so simple, but it's really funny to watch people try to figure this out. So the whole goal of this game, and you can see right here on the instructions, right up here, is be the first team to arrange yourself in the correct order, and you can't look at the screen. So you have everyone line up facing the crowd. The crowd can see the screen, the players can't, they can only hear, and that's the trick. So they're all lined up there, and we have a video of this playing. So if you watch the highlight video, it should be right above there, right above this video if you're on our website. So go to crowdcontrolgames.com, go to Versus, and right above here should be another video showing this in action. But as people are playing, there's just a start button, you can hit that, but before you do that, there's this little magic button right here. It says 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 54,321. And when you click that one, it's gonna do the lineup is gonna flip over. So imagine you got all these 10 people on the stage staring at you, and you're gonna say, okay, get in the order of 54,321. Now you're watching it and you can see that that's just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But when they hear 54,321, their brains get all scrambled and they start running around like crazy people trying to get in the right order. And it's really funny to watch them. The crowd is dying laughing because they realize they just have to step forward and they will have won, but they're gonna be running around like crazy people. So anyway, so the first one to get there, you just have to hit, like here on the UI, you can see there's a correct button here or over here. Just click whichever side gets it, you hit correct, and that side gets 5 points, and we're ready to go again. Now, the start button here, the cool thing about the start button is it's just going to randomly pick numbers that use the digits 1 through 5. So sometimes it's a 3-digit number, sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's all 5. So I hit start, it's going to randomly select 431. So I say 431, the first team to step forward and hold their number up, the first one to get it, that's the side that's going to win. So it's a really, really basic game. Once you've done it once or twice, they have it. It's piece of cake, ready to go. And then you can see whichever side get it, you can hit correct. Now, you can just keep on playing this back and forth, and that's just going to randomly keep picking numbers. Sometimes it'll be 3 digits, sometimes it'll be 4 digits. And sorry, it looks like my screen might be flickering there a little bit. The recording process is, I'm doing a lot with, I got 3 screens connected, and my computer might be struggling a little bit with this, but we will prevail. You guys are awesome, and you understand. So once someone has won, we'll say the right side is won. You can clear that off if there's been a mistake, or you start too early, or the host messes up, or if you did get the scores wrong, you can add some points here or take away points if you accidentally click the wrong thing. But when you're all done, now we said there's multiple competitions here. If you want to just play this game, you can say, all right, there's our winner. And then whichever side wins, so it looks like the right side has 10 points, the left side only has 5 points. So I'm going to award a trophy to the right side. So I just click that button up there. All right, good job, right side. Okay, congratulations. So you can see that now they've got a trophy up there on the top. So then all I do is I can go back to the to the main menu, and now the music's going to start back up. I'll turn that up just a little bit so you can hear it. I love this soundtrack. Might drive you crazy. I love this song. Anyway, super fun. Now on the lineup, it uses it's 5 versus 5, and the next couple, it's going to be like either a group of 2 or 1 versus 1. So in like name 3, we're going to click on that's the next game, and for name 3, you can see in the instructions there up at the top, you have 5 seconds to name 3 things in a category. Hit the button to stop the clock after you say all 3. So I show my buzzer right here. Hold on 1 second. So if you have a buzzer like this, this is a wireless buzzer that you can get from Affordable Buzzers, but you can use the number 1 and 2 keypad. But this is a fun little way to let the contestants buzz in themselves. So this game, you might have seen it on some of the talk show games. I won't say their names because, for copyright reasons, it's completely different. But anyway, all you got to do in this game is you're going to give them a category, and they're going to name 3 things and then stop the clock. They got 5 seconds to name 3 things. Now you can see that the clock's right there on the top. Now, remember, we've got 5 people that are up there, and you're going to only need 1 person from each side. So you're like, how do you pick those people? Well, we got this down at the bottom. You can see Show Matchup. And when I click Show Matchup, looks like today's going to be Brad versus Brian. All right, Brad versus Brian, come on down. You guys are playing next. And so what the computer does is, based on those names at the top, it's going to automatically go through and pick those in order. And so that way it knows how many people to pick for each game, and it goes in order so that way you don't have repeats until the very end. So it's a great way, so that way you can say, hey, the computer's doing it. It's not me picking them. That's what the computer says. But I just love that animation. All right, looks like it's Brad versus Brian. Here we go. This is going to be fun. So once they're up there, I said, okay, it looks like, Brian, you guys got the gold star. We're going to let you guys go first. So down here, you can just select which teams, who gets the turn. So I'm going to go ahead and say, and even you'll notice the instructions are right there in that little text box as well. So name 3 things that are yellow. And so right now, like on the control screen, you'll see right there, I can see what the category is going to be, but it's not on the main screen yet, because if I don't like that one, I can skip it. Name 3 songs, breeds of dog. That's a good one. I like that one. So I'm going to keep that one. You usually don't need to skip that, just go with them. But if you just see one you just don't like, you can skip that and go to the next one. Okay, so now I know whose turn it is. So now I'm just going to, you'll notice that like this UI, there's a lot going on. But really, you're done with this section up here. That's just for the trophies. So that top section is just for the trophies. The middle section here is for the actual game. And so you can see whatever is lit up, that's what you use. So it's really cool. Brian did a fantastic job with this UI. So you can hit Show Category, and you'll see it pops up right up there. So now that you've got that, then your only option, the only thing that's lit up is it says Start Clock. So then when you're ready, say, okay, breeds of dogs. So name 3 breeds of dogs. Ready, go. And then they would say Pekingese, Chihuahua, and St. Bernard. And they would click that button, or someone's going to hit the button back here on the keyboard. And you'll see just on the right there on the on the UI, you'll see it says the keyboard is either one or left. So you can use the arrow keys, the number keys, or a button. These buttons are programmed to a keyboard button. So there you go. So we try to keep, even though there's a lot of stuff going on here, there's always little help me information along the way. So we'd like to breadcrumb the UI. So there's everything you need is right there in the UI at all the time. All right. So, now on this game, the faster you answer it, the more points you get. So you'll see up at the top, I had 0.9 seconds left, so I got 9 points. So if you have 3 seconds left, you get 30 points, and you'll see how it goes. So now since that person's turns over and it stays lit up, so you know who's already gone. So then you just go over to the other side, click it's that person's turn. It's going to change what professional mascots, sports teams mascots. That's a great one. So you hit show category. It's all right, Brad. You've got to name 3 professional sports teams mascots. Ready, go. And I'd say the Kansas City Chiefs, St. Louis Cardinals, and Atlanta Bay Buccaneers. Oh, I was wrong. I didn't quite make it, so I got no points for that. Okay, so we go back over to the other side, and that's their turn. And you can see this just keeps on going. Whenever you're done, again, you just go up to the top and hit the right side one again. So now that side's got 2 trophies, the left side's got no trophies. Let's go back and play the next game. So any questions there on name 3? Any questions? Okay, moving on. Name 3, fantastic. And that's a great game you can just play by itself. If you do have a buzzer, if you get 2 buzzers, you can have, because these are numbered, this is the number 2 buzzer, so that will stop the clock or let them buzz in. But you can have one that will start the clock and one to stop the clock. Or you can just have whoever the game operator is, just hit the 1 or 2 or the arrow key. So super easy to get playing. If you have a Stream Deck, you could also program the Stream Deck to do it as well. But now I'm saying too much. Let's keep on going. But a great solo game. That's all I'm saying there. Okay, let's move on back. Whenever you go back to the main menu, you're gonna get the music. And you'll notice too, along the left side, see they're lit up red, so that shows you which games you've already done. So if you wanna go out of order, you can do that, and then that way you'll see which ones you've already done. So it's just an easy way to kind of remind you of where you've already been. All right, so we've done the lineup. Super awesome. Name 3, that was great. Movie time, you'll see describe a movie in 5 seconds. So you just click that movie, and you're gonna slide on over. Now for this one, the first game used everybody. Second game was just 1 versus 1. This next one, we're gonna grab 2 people from each side. So again, we'll just go down here to the show matchup down here in the bottom section. All right, Jen and Lola versus Paige and Will. Come on down. We got the next competition. And then if you're the host, you can literally read the instructions right off the UI right there. So the instructions: describe a movie in 5 seconds, no titles or characters' names, and you must stop describing when the clock is done. So what we like to add on, if you're hosting this, to say use up all the clock and then you get 1 guess. Okay, use up all the clock and you get 1 guess. Okay, are you ready? So we're gonna start here. This left side, you guys need all the help you can get. So you guys are gonna go first. Oops, sorry. And then so the movie I can see, again in the UI, you can see in the UI right there, I can see that's the Transformers. Okay, that's good. And you can see here there's different clocks there. We'll come back to that in just a second. So I'm gonna say, okay, are you guys ready? You have 5 seconds to describe a movie plot without using characters or names. Okay, you ready? So I'm gonna hit show movie. The person's gonna look at that and say, okay, I got it. Okay, are you ready? Give them a second to kind of process that. You don't want to go too fast because they got to think about it. Okay, yeah, 5 seconds. Ready, go. Robots come from outer space and change into cars. Okay? And then the person will hear that, and then they'll respond. They'll go, if they say Transformers, then you just say correct. And if they don't, then they'll fail. So I'll say that was correct. For this game, it's pass fail. You either get 5 points, you get no points. So we've done that. Then you go to the other side. They'll do the same thing. Take a turn. Home Alone. Here we go. And then you hit start clock. Kid is home for the holidays. I said home. I don't know if I would allow that, but say I did say something I wasn't supposed to say, you can hit fail, and the other team gets the points. So that's the trick on this game. If you get it wrong, it's the other team gets the points. So somebody's getting 5 points here. Now, with this game, the first time they play for 5 seconds, they're going to be like, that's impossible. But then they're going to do it and go, okay, that's pretty good. Then you say, well, you know what? See up there at the top? Instead of 5 seconds, let's put 3 seconds on the clock. And they can do it in 3 seconds. And then you'll have the left side go and the right side go again. They'll take a turn, then they'll take a turn. And then you'll say, well, let's try in 1 second. And this is when, and it's fast. and people can do it. It's really, really funny. So like that one might be a little bit hard one to explain. Okay. Okay, so I could do this. Okay, I think I can do this. So I'm going to show the title to them. So you have 1 second to get this one. And then he, can I say suit of armor? I don't know. But they made a suit of armor. And then, you know, they could either get pass fail. I'd say that's correct. Good job. And so that's the whole game. So when they do it to 1 second, that's the really fun of this game is you do it for 5 seconds. I think it's impossible. And they do it 3 seconds, no way. For when there's 1 second and somebody gets it, the place goes crazy. It's really, really fun for both sides to watch that. So anyway, so that is movie time. And just like with the other games, if you accidentally give them some points or you mess it up, you can adjust the score down here at the bottom. You get the thing in here, and it also tells you points if correct is 5. So the little helper down there on the reset scores. So that is movie time. So let's head on back to the main menu, and let's look at, we got 2 games left to go. We're cruising right along here. Get our fun little music playing. I mean, come on. How fun is that music? Okay, so now we're gonna head to Just Say. Okay, so this is our 4th game, and the instructions here is, this is a lot like the board game like Taboo, or it's in those games where you have to just get your partner to say something. And so I'll just read the instructions. Get your partner to say the most words in 30 seconds. Don't say the word and no rhymes with. So you guys have played games like this before. If it's my, so you would get, for the matchup here, you're gonna get 2 people. So it's gonna be, all right, Bailey and Caden versus Max and Bo. All right, everybody, come on down. Here we go. We're getting to go. So this is, the game knows to bring 2 people down. So now you got Bailey and Caden. So what we usually do for this one is one person will be at the, will stand at the screen looking out at the crowd, and one person will be like standing with the crowd looking at the screen. So one person's facing the screen, one person's facing out. That's how you do it for movie time as well. So that way the person looking at the screen can see what's going to happen. So we will, and this one, there's no thing to get ready for. As soon as you start the clock, the game starts. So I'm gonna hit start clock and say, okay, funny people, where's the big red nose? A clown, correct. And again, you got the keyboard shortcut, so you can hit 1 or 2 if it's right or wrong. Grown up, pass. So if someone passes it, you can just hit fail and move on to the next one. It's not a cat, dog, correct. It's the thing you type into really fast. Computer, correct. It's like you shoot, and some people will say either hand motions or no hand motions. I'm fine with hand motions if someone wants to act it out, but they can't go rhymes. You know, it's like something that rhymes with basketball. They can't say that. So anyway, so I only got 3 in 30 seconds. You can get a lot more than that. If they got with the last minute, you can go ahead and give them an extra point if you need to. And then you do it for the other side. So that's another great game. It looks like the left side won again, so you know how that works. I'm going to give them a trophy. All right. So again, this game by itself, we've had parties at our house, and people will just have this up on the living room screen, and the kids will just play this game for fun. They can do the same thing over and over again. They love it. So everyone knows how to play this game instinctively. So it's really fun. People like to play what they know how to play. So this one's really easy, really fun. So Just Say is a super fun one. All right. So let's head on back to the main logo. So we've done the lineup, name 3, movie time, Just Say. We're gonna go to the very last one. Now this one is a little bit different. This one is a little bit different. So with 10 to win, this is really, it's fun for the host on this one. So if you're doing this like at a home, just at your house, it's fun. But when you're playing it like on a stage with a whole crowd of people, it's hilarious. And because the only thing is, the instructions are truthfully answer all 10 questions. Your turn is over if you answer yes or no, or any other one word. So you can't say, the rules to this are you can't say yes or no, and you can't use a 1-word answer. So they have to answer in a complete sentence kind of thing. So and you get more points the faster you answer. So the whole goal is to, if you use yes or no or a 1-word answer like sure, then your turn's over. So as soon as that happens, your turn's over. So what happens is the host just has to read this off of the screen. So we're going to have the contestant look at the host. Host is going to read this right off the screen. So person's facing me. I'm looking up at the big screen. I'm going to say left side, you're going to go first. You're going to get ready and go. Okay. Would you jump out of a plane? If they say, oh, I would never do that, I'm terrified of planes. That's correct. Can you read lips? No. If they say no, well, they failed and their turn's over. So see what that is? So it's really simple questions and they get nervous and it's hard to say yes or no. This game sounds ridiculous, but when you play it, I'm telling you, this game is hysterical. If you're doing like a staff training or anything like that, there's a really fun way to watch people's brains just melt down because it's so simple, but it's really funny to watch a crowd do it. We actually got this idea for it's like an Italian game show or something. We saw it somewhere a long time ago and we started playing it, had a lot of fun with it. So we rolled it here into Versus. So one side would go and then you go over to the other side. All right, first side got 5 points. All you gotta do is beat 5 points to win. Let's see how you do. They would start, will you be graduating soon? I'm way out of college. I'm an old person. Have you ever ridden a horse? I'm terrified of horses. Have you ever lied to your parents? No. Oh, I didn't do it right. Because the tutorial I'm trying to do is kind of quickly, but if you go all the way to the end, once you get to all 10 of those, it just says complete, good job, well done. Honestly, in the time that we've done this, maybe 30% of the people can make it all the way to 10, maybe 20%. I mean, it's really, a lot of people can't do this and it's really, really fun to watch. So again, across the bottom, you can add scores, take away, and then go back to the logo screen. I didn't give anyone points, but this is good. I forgot to give them points, so I can go ahead and give a crown to. So you can give trophies at any time during the game. Now, this brings us to a great point. Now, I've only got 2 versus 2. Now, I forgot to give one along the way. But say you play this in this, you come up to a tie, then just play one more game if you want to. So, but if you play all 5, then you shouldn't have a tie. But if you only play 4, you might have to repeat one of the games to make it a tiebreaker. So, there is that. I'm gonna turn this music down. So that's the whole thing. When it's all said and done, we have a winner button here at the very bottom right corner of the screen over there, and you'll just click. Congratulations, you are our winner for today. Great job. Thanks for playing. You guys are awesome. Thanks for playing Versus, and then I'd go back to the logo loop, and that's how it would be our walkout. Hey, thanks, Brad, Jen, Lola. Thanks for playing. You guys are awesome. Great job. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the main screen. I'm going to show you one real quick. Now that you've seen all the games. Where we hit edit questions. So you can actually go in here and you can edit these if you want to. If you want to add, like these are for name 3. Remember there was like name 3, whatever. We got brands of toothpaste, brands of cereal, and you can just see all the different names, all the different questions in here. And then if you want to, you can just add your own thing in there. So if it's like, if you're got a corporate kind of thing, you could go in and delete all of these and type your own in. And then, or you can just go in here and hit return and start typing in types of coffee. And then, just keep on adding whatever you want. When you're done, you just hit, I think you just turn it off, turn back on again. Yeah, and that automatically saves it. I did typo there. So I just turn it back off, turn it back on, and you see it automatically saves. So we got name 3, movie time, just saying the 10 to win. These are just different questions. If you can think of anything, you can add them there. Now, if you want, say you went in here and you accidentally deleted all of these, or you were just doing something else and you messed these all up, then you could go in there and delete all those. If you were doing, like, say you're doing a corporate event for a people who you wanted something very specific for a certain group of people, you could delete all these, type in whatever you want here, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've screwed it all up. Just hit reset stored data. And what that's going to do is it's going to just reload the defaults the next time you launch it. So if you screwed it all up, hit relaunch that, close the game, open it back up. So I think if I just quit the game, then bring it back up again, I hope it works. And then so now with the game back up, you'll see if I hit edit, then you can see everything's back to the defaults. So you're all good to go. So questions are so there's a ton of questions in there. You can have 5 players on each side. If you are playing this at home and you only have, like, say it's like 3 people at a time, you don't have to do the matchups, and you could play 2 versus 2 and take turns hosting. So you could play this at home pretty easy, but it works better if you have 5 versus 5. But if you want to play 4v4, 4 versus 5, you'll make it work out. Just when you're typing in the names, if you want to do the matchup, just keep typing in. Don't leave a blank one, or it'll just be blank on the matchup when you hit the matchup at the bottom. So that's Versus. I hope you love it. We think it's a great game, and go have some fun. If you have any questions, shoot us an email. But thanks for playing, and we will see you next time.